Jeep made the Grand Cherokee L's more reliable and didn't even tell us about it. And the pricing went down by a significant amount. I borrowed this SUV from Larry H. Miller, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge Ram in Sandy, Utah. It is available for sale. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see options and features on this build. At the very top is the description. And then here's base price at $60,560. Shows you some of the colors for the exterior, Baltic gray, and then the global black interior. Here's a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause. And it continues at the top here. Starting off the options is the Baltic gray for $595. And the Summit Reserve package is basically that customer preferred package 23U for $4480. So it gives it the 21-inch wheels and tires, Palermo leather, 19 speaker high performance audio, active noise control system, 950 watt amplifier, ventilated rear seats, deluxe headliner, Palermo leather door trimming, and then this one has the high altitude package for $2,025. And you guys can pretty much see what comes in there. Rear seat entertainment is part of this one. Destination comes in at $1,795 with a total price of $71,450. And here are the field economy numbers off to the side. There's nothing really new for the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. However, the big news is they did lower the price by $4,000 when you consider last year's. Now, if you can find a 2024, they have big rebates like $7,500 and great lease deals. So I would probably recommend grabbing one of those if you find what you want. Now, when you get the Summit Reserve package, you pretty much just get a really nice interior as you saw. As far as the exterior goes, it's pretty similar to the Summit. So really the Summit is the top trim, and then this is just an add-on package for that Summit. Now with the high altitude, it does give you a more monochromatic look. They don't black things out. They actually give you like this gray accent, which looks really good with the Baltic gray here. Love the grille design. It also has the active grille shutters. They do, however, black out your badge right here. And even down below, the grille is pretty much blacked out. You have the adaptive cruise control right there. Front parking sensors. As far as the headlights go, you have a LED projector style top and bottom. And they do give you a parking sensor right here for pulling into the garage. Ultimately, I think that the design on the Grand Cherokee is very luxurious. Like, you can definitely tell that they try to put this in a whole new category. And it worked out well because I think that Jeep is definitely considered a luxury vehicle. Now here's a nice side view. Love the wheel design. Very like reminiscent of like the older Jeeps from like the 90s for sure. Now this one does have that black roof too, you probably can tell. On all four corners you do have air suspension. These are the Continental tires, they're the cross contact. So they're going to be a mix of sportiness and probably fuel economy. Here's some of your black badging down below with the American flag blacked out too. On the mirrors, they have the black paint. You have some cameras right here with puddle lights, turn signals. On the door handles, they give you that black accent for the high altitude package. You have smart key system, front and rear doors. All the trimming around the windows, black. So it just goes good together, right? Heated mirrors with blind spot, and these are going to be power folding. I'll show it to you guys on the inside. You can kind of see the fender flares too. And they do provide a fabric material for the liner, which I like. And then right here, so we're going to fill up at 23-gallon fuel tank. And hopefully you guys can see that roof too. Even your roof rails here are black too. Out back they black out that spoiler here. Has that dual exhaust, they hide the hitch, more parking sensors. Hopefully you guys saw, even out back they give you one off to the side there. Full LED tail lights. You do have a camera right here. They don't give you the 4K camera on this one too, by the way. Now, ton of space behind that third row seat, which I like. So you can pretty much get maybe 4 luggages, medium-sized luggages back here. Just a little bit of storage below the floor too. And you can drop the tailgate. They do provide some lighting there. And right here and there, which I like to see, they have some speakers on the back of that tailgate. If you want to drop this third row seat, you don't have to hold the buttons. I just did a review on a $160,000 Escalade, and you have to hold the buttons. I don't care what anyone says. Jeep just does it the right way. And if you get to their Grand Wagoneer, they do the same thing. You want to put them back up? Just push them down again. That's it. Like that. Now you can see that they give you some USBs, cup holders back there. And it does give you about 3 seconds or so to get from under the lift gate when it goes down. About 3 seconds, probably a little bit less, but here's a side view of it. Let's go ahead and talk about this bulletproof upgrade they did for the Grand Cherokee L. Most people know that you can no longer get the 5.7 liter Hemi with the Grand Cherokee L. Instead, you have to get this 3.6 liter Pentastar. Now, obviously, everyone has mixed feelings on this. It depends on who you talk to online. A lot of the people who are buying the GMC Acadias, they hate the fact that they have to get that 2.5 liter inline 4 turbo. And then when you talk to people on the Jeep side, why would you make me pay almost 60 grand for an SUV with a naturally aspirated V6? It's gutless, blah, 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 blah. Everyone has their own opinion on all these things. So it depends on who you talk to on what day that you'll get the response you want to hear. So yes, 3.6 liter V6, naturally aspirated. It's going to have 293 horsepower, which comes on around 6,400 RPMs, and 260 pound-feet of torque, which comes on around 4,000. Now, last year, or actually, I don't even know when they changed it because they never told us when this change happened. This engine is made it to an 8-speed transmission. It's not the 850 RE, it's actually a ZF 8 HP 50. And if you don't know, that ZF transmission is pretty much from a German company, and they are very reliable. 100%. Most of the master techs that I've talked to say that they've seen little to no failures with the ZF transmissions, and they basically took out that 850 RE, which was a Chrysler transmission. Not saying that it wasn't a good one, but it was a car transmission. I'm just gonna be honest, it was a car transmission, and it felt like it too. Driving over here, I'm not even joking to you guys, I said this is not the 850 RE. There's no way that this is the 850 RE. And sure enough, I looked at the window sticker and busted out laughing. I knew that it was not the 850 RE, it's a new one. So there it is, 8 HP 50 transmission. So all you Chrysler haters out there, yep, they got the best transmission in the market now. When it comes down to the interior of any vehicle, I don't care what you say. Unless you have gone and looked at the Jeeps, specifically the Grand Wagoneers, but even this Summit Reserve has Grand Wagoneer tendencies because they just dress this interior up. Now, you guys see that diamond stitch leather right there, this huge wood trim right there. That's real wood, and you can actually feel how porous it is too. This button controls your seat massagers. You have 2 seat memories. You have this satin finish on the door handle. Leather, leather, satin, leather, 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 all down in there. My goodness, you don't even get that on the big boy Cadillac Escalades. Just saying, you can hate all you want, but these SUVs just give it to you the way I like to see it. Auto up and down for front and rear windows. You have the power folding outside mirrors. You can see them going in that position. And 19 speaker Macintosh, which sounds amazing. Also, something else you don't get on the Cadillac Escalade. I'm not picking on Cadillac here. I'm just trying to point out a few things for them to fix in the next one. You don't get this thigh support that you get on this half the price Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Just saying. The Wagoneers, or Grand Wagoneers I say, have this too. But yes, these seats have bolstering that can be adjusted too. So all this can be adjusted as well. You have the lumbar that goes up and down, in and out. You can actually tilt the headrest, power steering column, all your lighting controls. I mean, it just goes on and on. I mean, this thing is done well. They even give you a little bit of chrome accent on your electronic parking brake too. Now down below here, that's leather. And remember, this is a Jeep that you can get now under, well, not under, about $65,000. How much was this one again? $71,450. Yeah, when you add all the options, when they get expensive. But yeah, this is illuminated. But once you get a discount, yes, you can get this thing under 70 grand for sure. But I think personally, for the amount of effort they put in this, it's worth the money. The passenger side pretty much mirrors the driver's side. So you have the seat memories, massage function, and the same seating controls, including that thigh support. For all us long-legged people out there, Jeep blesses us on both sides. If you don't want to drive, you still got the seat controls on this one, same as the driver. Love that. All this is leather, all through in there. Now this is hard plastic, but that's okay. If you want to spend more money and get the Grand Wagoneer, they give you carpet right there. Even on the dash, leather. And as you guys saw, they do give you the suede on the roof. Here's some of the controls at the very top there. Now let's go ahead and check out this screen on this side. If you put it in accessory mode, you have a button right here, and you should have one, yep, right here too. So you can push on the screen or you can turn it on like that. So you have a way to control the audio. If you want to add like a video on here, you can do so. It looks like you can go through USBs and do that. Okay. Go back to home. They also give you HDMI. Fire TV can be added to this. You can actually act as the co-pilot, put in a navigation address while the driver's driving, because obviously you can't use this screen to do that while you're driving. And if you want to check out the cameras, you got that option over here too. So if you want to nitpick on how well the person is parking the SUV, you can do that. They should give you like a little steering wheel on the side. That way you can kind of make sure that they do it the right way, the way you want them to do it, right? Let's go ahead and check out the back. Did they take away the curtains back here? I could have sworn they had them. But even in the rear, all this is wrapped in leather. And not just any leather, Palermo. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds like it's really expensive. Even on the seats back here, satin finish, all that stitching, even that diamond stitch leathers back here on the piping. It's like a off-white color. And this one has that second row center console, heated and ventilated seats. You have a 115 volt power plug, 4 USBs, and as you guys saw, you had the screens on the back of the seat here. Now out back, they still give you perforated leather, diamond stitched, and a little bit of carpet right there on the side too, which is nice. Yeah. Twin panel moonroof, and A, B, and C pillars have that suede, by the way, too. Now you guys probably can tell right there, they do give you air vents on the pillars. That way you have a little bit more headroom in this SUV. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Here's the steering wheel. See that wood? And they have this like piano black. And then here's some of the controls. This does have like the autonomous driving, and then this is going to control the screen right here, which is a 12-inch 10.1 inch screen. Let's go ahead and start it up. You do have push button start right there. Now one thing I like about the Grand Cherokee L is they do give you hard buttons for your seating controls and steering wheel, so you don't have to go through a screen to get there. Now if you like to touch screens, some people just like to touch screens, you can still get there for your controls. They also give you all your climate controls outside of the screen too. Now again, if you gotta touch the screen, they still give it to you inside of here. So again, they pretty much thought this through. Above the screen there are some controls, your auto stop start. You can disable your lane keep assist, traction control, caution lights, parking sensors, and this is a self parking. And earlier you guys already saw this one right there. So on this screen, I like to push this button here because it brings up this quick menu. So if you want to find your MPG, it's right there. You push it again if you want to go over to your driving, or they call it off-road, I guess. They have it right here. But if you push the arrows down, it'll just kind of go through each menu that you have. This is the first one: speedometer, driver information, fuel economy. Also, they give you some of your temperatures, maintenance items, tire pressure, your stop start, and then keeps going. Your trip information. If you want to do your navigation over here, you have the option to do so on the screen. And then that's pretty much it. Now on this one, if you go to home, you have these little widgets that you can customize. If you hit the pencil, you could change what you see, or you can just remove the widget entirely if you like. They have your media. Of course, you have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. This system's a little delayed, but it's not frustrating by any means. You can see the marble background there. I think you can change that if you want something different. Dual climate control. You have your massage function, so if you want to turn those on, boom, just do it like that. You have high, medium, low, and you have 5 different ones you can choose from. Also for your rear, you can control that. Do they have, oh wow, this has 4-zone climate control. Wow. So you have 4-zone, pretty cool. And hit phone. You can actually have multiple phones hooked up to Uconnect, by the way, which I like. And if you want to turn on your auto dimming mirror, if you want to change the ambient lighting, if you want to drop down the headrest in the 3rd row, you can do that all from here. Ooh. Yeah, and then settings, you can pretty much customize this system. This one doesn't have a wireless charger. There must be a package missing on this one, guys. There's definitely a package missing because no wireless charger, no 4K camera, and no curtains in the 2nd row. There's got to be something missing. But yeah, they give you a 12 volt. You see the HDMI for that screen over there. And this is your drive modes, air suspension, downhill assist, and then if you're stuck, 4-wheel drive low. This is a little spot for the key. And this is your top storage, and then the bottom one right there. This is illuminated. They give you 2 USBs in there for the rear entertainment. Let's go ahead and check out the numbers on the door. Here are the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating out front's gonna be 3,200 pounds. The rear is 3,800 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is gonna be 6,700 pounds. And all-in payload is right here, 1,100 pounds. So all in all, I think that despite the hate that people give Jeep, yeah, they did get really expensive the last few years. I'm going to admit that too. Like, they were way overpriced. But for what you're getting in the package, you don't even see in the top of the line Escalades. And I think that with what Jeep has done with this, it's still a really strong contender. And as you guys know, I mean, hey, they always have pretty good incentives on these. Also, I think the best way to get a Jeep is to lease it. That's how I would do it. Unless you drive just too many miles a year, the best way to buy a Jeep is to lease it, because the lease deals are always pretty good on these. But I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to check out Larry H. Miller here in Sandy, Utah. Let them know you saw the video. See you guys soon.